Check, check, 1, 2. All right, we're back. All right, so how's everyone doing today? How you doing, Patrick? How's it going, Sandra? How you doing, Kenton? How's everyone doing, Lisa? How you doing? Yeah, so we're here on March 29th, and there are a lot of people that are a little bit stressed out, and that makes sense. So here we go, right into it. And yep, Dom, 6K, absolutely. Mark, how's it going? Yes, hello, crypto heads. I know it's stressful times right now for all of us, and that's okay. We can feel like that. There's a really long delay today too. That's frustrating. Wonder what's going on here. We live? What is going on? How you doing, Madan? How's it going, Bakta? Hello, everyone. Serious delays going on. Check, check, 1, 2. All right, we're back. All right, so how's everyone doing today? How you doing, Patrick? How's it going? All right, so Robert, how you doing? Sue, how you doing? All right, start the stream again. See how we go. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. Some connectivity issues are happening. So my bots are manipulating the market, $100 million pots. Yes, that's true. I'm here. I can see it's working now, which is great. And so we're right on to it. Beautiful. All right, so Alvaro, yes, got bad connectivity. Jamal, are bots manipulating the market with $100 million pots? I don't think so. I think what bots do is they manipulate it by changing volumes, by just like, let's say something's $1, they'll make it $1.01, $1.01, and then they'll make it $1.02, and they'll buy it at very small increments, and it shows volume spikes. What's up, Matija? I'm gonna say Matija. How you doing? Croatia? Awesome. I love Croatia. Cool country, lots of nice people, and Croatians are always like really straightforward people, which is cool. So today I've been very busy with a lot of different things, so I'm not gonna have any news captions right here. That's okay. I really just want to talk to you guys about the market today and tell you what's actually happening and let you know what to expect, so nothing really surprises you. I'm sure a lot of you guys feel a little bit like, oh my god, what is actually happening in this market? Why is it not fixing itself? If you guys feel like that, I want you to actually send it a message, okay? Comment and tell me, how are you feeling about the market right now? And I'm going to try and help ease those worries that you have and explain what is actually happening. And it's not just the crypto market, okay? So we're going to see a bigger dip. If you go back 5 days ago, 6 days ago, whatever it was, just before the G20, what did I say was going to happen? Anyone remember what I said was probably going to happen? Now, we had some positive news, which created a little bit of FOMO, and we went up to 9,000 again after the G20. And now, look, we're back at 7,300. But this doesn't surprise me at all. It could be computational, Josh, yes, but that's not really what it is. Here's what's actually happening in the market, okay? It's very simple. What you're starting to see is basically the end of the year, fiscally, okay? So we know the end of our year normally is, January, but the end of the fiscal year is in the end of March, okay? So this is why you're not just seeing the crypto market down, you're seeing all the markets down. Correct? Absolutely. I'm happy with these prices. I haven't bought back in yet. Smart Don. Dom, that was a really smart move, because if I had the insight that I did now from all the extra time of research I've been doing, I would have definitely put a lot in Tether a long time ago. But I'm okay because I'm a hodler. I hodl and I also trade. But stuff that I love, I hodl, because I know for a fact that stuff like Amazon, when it went to $2 in 2008, everyone had been selling it all the way down. And now look at Amazon, even with this crappy market. right? So Waddy Cop Tim, how you doing, brother? Hope everything's doing well with you. Madan thinks that it's probably going to go down short term, which yeah. And you know what? Today, did any of you guys see the news today from what was his name that said it today? The owner of I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but one of the owners of, I believe, an exchange today said that not only is crypto Bitcoin going to come back, it's going to come back like hellfire. Like, it's coming back strong. But when? Good question, right? Any of you guys want to know when? Give me a like, give me a share, give me a happy face, make me a comment, ask me to share my information. I will tell you all of it, but I want you guys to tell me, what do you think's actually happening, and what are your biggest worries, and you know, what do you guys need from me right now? What do you want to know about the market? Because there's a lot of stuff happening in the market, and we need to make sure that, you know, we make the market do what we need it to, and we are the ones who are in control a lot of the time. Now, Abra, yes. Next month, yes. Hi Diane, how you doing? Okay, so let me just kind of go back. Now, I would say about 10 days ago or so, I said something, and this is what I said. I said, hey guys, did you notice this? And people were like, notice what? I said, did you notice that? Yes, manipulation, Josh, absolutely. I said, did you notice that the crypto market was supposed to go down to 6K? I said that 6, 7, 8 days ago, whatever it was. I said it on one of the live feeds that be ready for it to dip. Be ready for it to have that last dip to 6K. Then we had the G20. The G20 came out with all this positive stuff, so people didn't feel bearish anymore about the market. They started feeling bullish about the market again, and they started to buy. And then what happened was, everything that was supposed to happen before the G20 is now starting to happen now. Because at the end of the fiscal year, people do two things. Number one, the first thing that they do is sell off a lot of their assets, because taxes, not only taxes, but what do we see as well happening? We see the stock market going down, which is normal at the end of the fiscal year as well, because everyone's getting ready for next year, right? They're getting all their money together. So you heard April 15th a few times, Dom. I think that's probably a about right date where we'll start to see some positive movement start to happen again. Now, like I've said in many videos this month, March has always been a negative month in crypto, ever. Go to the history, do chronological analysis, and you'll see there's never been one March that has ever actually made money, profit from the month before. Okay? So that you should be feeling like, oh, okay, that's normal. It is normal. I mean, it doesn't feel normal because you keep seeing everything go down, down, down. You're like, oh my goodness. But think about how people felt a few years back when we went from $1,100 to $100. Imagine how scary that would have been. We're only going 65% down. We're not going 90% down. So it's not as bad as you think. All right, so Diane says, I'm not worried. I'm doing enough since I don't understand this market, so I just keep buying and holding. Good. Buy on the way down. Every single time we get a dip, buy. You'll notice really quickly that once everything goes back up, you'll feel very good about it. Now you probably feel crappy even though you're putting money in because you're like, I don't know if it's going to be worth zero one day. So yeah, it's probably okay. But hey, we're going to be fine, right? You just need to have a really fuck it mindset. Okay, I know I use a bad language there, but that's literally how you be successful in this market. Don't care so much. Okay, the more you care, the worse you'll end up being. Because if you care too much about this stuff, it's going to affect you very negatively. Because you're going to get emotional and trade when you're emotional. And when you trade when you're emotional, you make bad decisions. Always. Every one of us in this group. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever made a bad decision because you got emotional, right? And you felt like, oh my God, everything's going down. Bitcoin's going to go up. I need to sell everything so while it goes up, I make money. Everyone has had a moment like that. Even I have had moments like that, right? So those moments suck, but they're actually real, right? How many of you guys have had that happen to you where you're like, oh my goodness, I just, like, the next day you wake up and you're like, what the f did I do? Why did I do all that? We do it. We're all normal. okay? But yes, people are paying taxes right now. They're getting their money ready for the next fiscal year, what they're going to invest in. Companies pull money out, so institutional investors might have pulled some out. We also have the CBOE, and we have the CME futures markets, which people didn't think would actually affect the cryptocurrency market that much. But what you're actually seeing is it affected immensely, guys. Because when people saw, number one, I have to pay tax on my crypto. What are people going to do when they don't have the money because they didn't have to pay tax before when they started buying it this year? They're going to start selling crypto to pay their tax because they don't have enough money to pay for crypto taxes. So we're going to see money come out the market. We're going to see the futures affect the market negatively and money come out the market. What the biggest thing is that's affecting the market that we thought possibly would be good for the market is the stock market is crashing too. That's the biggest problem right now. It's the stock market is crashing. And because the stock market's crashing, it's actually causing the crypto market to crash. And I'll tell you why. When people play stocks, they usually put them on margin. What is margin trading? It means that I don't have the money, so the bank or whoever, the institution, will give me money for free to invest. Now, if I lose that money, guess what happens? Bye-bye. I have to actually pay them 5 times as much. So it does good for you when it goes up. Like if you invest something on margin and it goes up, then you make 5 times as much. Same in the futures market. If you think Bitcoin's going down, every time it goes down $100, you make $500. Okay? So this is why it possibly is going down so much, because if I have Bitcoin, right? If I'm smart and I'm a whale, what am I going to do? If I have 100,000 Bitcoin, what would I do? Here's what I would do. Okay? I would purposely get into the futures market, short Bitcoin, right? Start selling off all my Bitcoin at $19,000, $20,000. It starts making the market drop a lot. And as it drops down every month, I collect a huge paycheck because every 1 Bitcoin that I hedge against that market in the futures, I get 5 times the benefit. 5 times. So what do you think they're doing? You tell me. I want to know what you think. Let me get some questions here. Everyone needs to know where the bottom is, or roughly more or less, but eventually everything will go up. So currently it's decent to buy just about anything. Yeah, it's decent to buy anything. Yeah, it must be minimal gains watching to catch the bottom, which basically is impossible. Yeah, no one can catch the bottom because no one knows where the bottom is. We don't know. We're not everyone in the world. We can't tell what the whole world's going to do. But when you see Bitcoin get in the 6s again, if it does, you need to buy it then. That's when I would buy it. That's when my friends bought it last time it hit 6s, right? So this is not financial advice. Don't go do it because I told you to do it. But this is what I will do if it gets down further, because it's just going to go back up. It's a good investment, in my opinion, for myself. But you have to only do what's good for you guys. Remember that. And then I'm going to make my disclaimer comment now because I have to, because I don't want any of you guys to come back at me that this is financial advice. No, no, no. This is education. Okay? So remember that. Okay? This is just things that you could do and you can think about. Never act just on mine. Do your own research. Do your own investing. Okay? So I keep saying too late to tether. Yeah, Josh, it's too late to tether. But some traders that are day traders will turn in tether, and as it goes down, they'll make money and they'll buy everything back and get extra coins. It's the same concept when it goes down, as scary as scalping it as it comes up. So you can scalp on the way down too, but you have to be experienced. And I don't suggest anyone in our group do it unless they're experienced as a trader. Yes, Tim, it might be the last chance. This might be the last dip we ever see that gets to the Bitcoin price this low. We may never see 6,000 ever again. It's very possible. But here's the thing that I've noticed, that it's FUD, but it's not really FUD. Thai government is trying to make it really hard for people to trade here, which I dislike very much. But here's the thing about Thai government. They never do shit. They never do anything. They always have all these rules. They don't actually enforce them because they don't have the manpower or the money to do it. So they don't do it. So do you really believe all these governments that say this? Like in China, for example, you know how many Chinese are buying, selling crypto and buying into ICOs still? All of them. There's always a way around it. There's a will, there's a way, as they say. So I would not worry about the FUD that you're seeing every day, like the governments are going to do this, they're not going to be able to stop it, guys. We're only the ones who stop it. We panic sell, we stop it. That's what happens, okay? Best mindset, actually, going back to work. All right, see you later, Kenton. Have a good one, brother. Impulsive and emotional makes bad trades. I agree. Taken on an F-it attitude a lot lately. Good job, Diane. That's the way you win. You want to win in any market? Watch Amazon from 2007 to 2008 to 2013. Okay? Amazon will be like your Litecoin or your OMG or your Quantum or your ADA, right? It might go down a lot. It might. It probably will. But here's the big but. Even if it goes down, it doesn't matter, because everything's going to come back up even more than it ever has. Look at the bear and bull market graph on Cryptocurrency Education webpage. Go onto my page and look at it, and you'll see it clear as day. You'll be like, oh my goodness, that's true. That's what I want you guys to look at, though. Look at it. Be like, damn, that's what I want you to do. Okay? Please do that. Because you'll see the bull market is like, if we have a graph like this, the bull market is like a huge thing, right? And then the bear market's like, it goes down for a short little bit like this, and then we have a huge bull market again. So all I want you to understand is that we always have this, right? And that's it. Scott, you're right. Coinbase is owned 50% by NASDAQ via the digital currency group. And here's another thing that's really interesting. 25% of the digital currency group, with 25% of the owners of Coinbase, are MasterCard. Starting to see some trends there. If you look at trends, you're going to see so many trends of things that are actually happening in blockchain technology and that are coming out. And the non-correlation, like basically anomalies of the market right now. Because if the market was stable, it would be stable. We would have a stable market. Everything will work perfectly. But when we're not stable, people kind of feel like, oh my God, everything's going to go down. So they pull money out. What are we going to see soon? Another bull run will actually go boom and explode again. Okay? So... So, even Thomas Lee, very famous trader in the market, basically said that this is the time that you hodl. He just wrote that. Okay, he said if an investor missed out the 10 best days for the S&P 500 each year, the annualized return drops to 5.4% from 9.2%. In other words, the case for buy and hold in equities is the opportunity cost of missing out on the best 10 days. So what he's trying to say here is if you hodl, you'll never miss the big jumps up in prices, right? And if you sell when it's up and you scalp when you go back down, you can rebuy in and hodl again and watch the big jumps up again. So there's really, really nice, perfect positions that we can get into. All right, so love the accumulations. Yes, accumulate, Dom. Accumulate. Steve, how's it going, brother? Good chat today. I appreciate it. Yeah, they said 22% in Thailand. They said 15, then they said 10, then they said 7% for VAT. It's just they don't know what they're doing, guys, and they're not going to be able to figure it out before the end of this year anyways. And honestly, tax season just happened, so we don't have to worry about this for another year. So yeah, Fami, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a little bit. I hope everything's good. Hanan, same to you. Hope all's good. Less goes down, buy more. Absolutely. BTFD, buy the F and dip. All right, guys, don't miss those things. They're really going to help you out. Google search is declining. Really? Are they actually already doing that? So here's the thing. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Twitter. And thank you, Google. And thank you, LinkedIn. Now, you're going to ask me, why am I thanking these people? I'm thanking them for one reason only. I'm thanking them because they've just helped cryptocurrency. Because now scams are not going to be really around that easily. And the scammy ICOs are going to go away. And the spammy posts are going to go away. And what we're going to actually start to see is everything go up. Everything will come back. Okay? All the good projects will stay. All the bad projects will die. That's all right for me. What do you guys think? You guys okay with that? Give me a thumb up if you believe that. That's okay. Let's let them all die. I want them all to die. What do you think? I would say, I laugh. Ha ha ha. Let them all die. All right. So Les says, always remember, December gonna be December. Chill. Hell yes. That's exactly it. We're always gonna be chill. We're always gonna be okay as long as you don't get. Isn't that why they banned it? Yeah, they banned for a good reason. Yet people, the psychology of the average person, Sue, thinks they banned it because they don't want crypto. It's not that at all. They ban it because they don't want people to get scammed. And remember, almost 50% of ICOs are scams. So having people that actually know how to do research, this is why ICO pools are great, because we just, in my group, shut down an ICO that we were going to possibly do because we didn't like the way it looked. We didn't like the things that popped up to me were like, no, red flags. I'm not doing that one. I put my foot down. I said, I'm not doing it. Done. And, then they started promising things like, oh, well, what happens if we give you a beach house? And I was like, no, I'm done. Sorry. This is ridiculous. So just remember that, good research and having morals and ethics are really important to me. So I'll never let you guys do that. And this is another thing I wanted to talk about tonight as well. Zuckerberg didn't like that Winklevoss has made billions. Sure, he didn't. That's why he cut them out originally, right? And that's why he got sued for them originally, and that's why they bought Bitcoin originally. It's pretty interesting stuff. Now, I want to tell you guys something that's a truth. So about a month ago, I had brought on Ranek Rant to the show, and we were working on some stuff together. But I just want to let you know that we're not going to be working together anymore, and it's because I have philosophical problems with the way that he views some TA tactics. For example, he talked about how Elliott waves were wrong and that he created his own, and that was when I said no instead. So I'm sorry that if anyone's ever paid for his course or anything like that, I do apologize, but I do not believe in what he was doing, and I'm really deeply sorry for anyone that actually wasted any time with that. I'm deeply sorry for myself. And so I just want to be really transparent with everyone that we're not working together anymore, and that I do not think that his waves theory is legit. Let's put it that way. Okay? And so I just want you guys to know that, so that it's very straightforward and out there, so that no one feels any way about things. Okay? All right? So yeah, moving on from that negative stuff, I want to go back. Mr. Ranek Rant. So you'll see his TA post sometimes on the group, and generally every time he comes on, he actually says that I was wrong, and then blah blah blah. And he had this whole course that he built, beta 1, beta 2, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. My friend Joey actually goes in, and there's no content yet, even though it's beta. That's still pretty, why are you paying for no content yet? And then the other issue was that I just found that the things that he said were a little bit inaccurate. Let's put it that way. Okay, I don't have anything wrong with him. I think he's a good person in general. I just don't view cryptocurrency the way he does, and I don't like that he has created his own waves theory. Okay, and because of that, I'm not endorsing him. And I just want everyone here to know that, so that no one asks like, how come you're not talking about him anymore or anything like that. I just think that we went our separate ways, and he would be a good friend, but I don't want to work with him in crypto just because someone to say they created their own waves theory is like someone saying that BitConnect was MI6. Okay, it's just ridiculous. It's not real. So just want to be real honest with you guys, and that's how I am. And so much love to everyone. Don't fall in the traps. Okay, so is he a bad person? No. Is he not the best TA? I don't think so, because no one can say they created their own theory when they've never made $1 with it. So that's just the fact of the matter, and that's what I want you guys to know. And I know some people like Lee actually lost a little bit of money from some of the calls. So I feel bad for that, and I want you to know that that will never happen again. Okay? All right. So moving on, let's move into something positive. So here's what I want to leave you guys off with tonight. Number one, 100%, non 100%, everything is okay. The market is going to recover. Two reasons why the market is not recovered yet. Number one, the end of the fiscal year, okay? And number two, end of fiscal year. Number two, people generally pull their money out at the end of the fiscal year. Three, March has never in 7 years in a row been a positive month. It's always a negative month because the end of the fiscal year. April's always been a positive month in the past because it's the start of the fiscal year. So we see investments starting for the whole year. So what you're going to probably see is that everything is going to go back to the way it was before. But it's going to take time. And it's okay. Be patient, guys. Nothing was built in a day. Sure, Bitcoin moved at an insanely fast rate, but nothing, and I mean nothing, was built in a day. So know that and feel okay about it, because I feel okay about it, and I believe all of you should feel okay about it. And look what we're seeing here. We went from 73 at the start of the show to 74.63. So maybe we're going to see a little bit of reversal action. Oh, 74.77. Hey, we're looking like that. This looks like an indicator of a reversal, but can't say it yet until we see what happens in the future. But we're moving up, and up is good. Up is good. We're going to go all the way up like that song. Nothing can stop crypto. It's all the way up. That's what you're going to see. Okay, so I love all you guys. Do let me know if you have any questions before the end of the show. And what I want to tell you is this. There are a few things that are going to cause anomalies every year. Bots are going to affect the market if they're AI bots, because they're just buying and selling based off stuff that people put in that are traders. That could be good. That could also be bad. Number two, we're going to have anomalies like governments trying to mix in and meddle. So as that happens, FUD will be created, things will dip, things will go up, things will go down. Here's the thing though, the second, and I'm telling you guys this now because it's true, the second we have a bull run, you are going to see insane movement in Bitcoin this time. And I mean, it will break the all-time high when it starts to move this year. This year, I'm still saying Bitcoin's 40, 50,000 by the end, and we'll have dips between there too. We might go up to 30K at some point in the middle of the year, and we might drop down to 17K again. But just know how to play it this time, right? This time when you see the dips coming, you see the MACD starts to move really far apart, you know, you go, ooh, oh no, and then you get out. You scalp. And so when Bitcoin goes down, you buy in, and when it goes up, you have more money. You have more Bitcoin. Same with all the other cryptos, right? So let's see. Oh, good question, Tyann. I'll tell you that all about that. So HODL, absolutely. Heidi, you're welcome. So Tim Blanche, the 7-year itch. Yep. So good omen. 7,300 big support on the daily. Yeah, there is big support, and what you just saw right here is we're moving up like crazy. It's going parabolic almost. Look at that line. It's going like kind of almost straight up, and it keeps going up. So I feel like everyone told me the other day, they're like, hey man, every time you talk, it goes up. I started this show and it's been going up ever since. So sweet. You guys ever seen Wayne World swing? That's how I feel right now. All right, so Diane asked, what is Tether? Okay, so Tether is USDT, Diane. And what you can do with it is really cool. You can actually short coins when you put things into Tether. So what it is basically something that is matched and pegged to a US dollar. So 1 Tether equals 1 US dollar. And they can print or burn them as they go so that they always equal $1. Why is that useful? That's a good question. Well, the reason that it's useful is this. Because when we see, hold on, the reason that Tether is useful, so we think Bitcoin's going to drop, right? When it does that, what do? Well, you could sit there and lose your ass, or you could sit there and go, I don't want to lose my money, and you could put it into Tether. So that's taking it out of Bitcoin. Now, when you do that, it's risky because if we don't have a huge drop, you lose money. But if you do know a big drop's coming like we just had, and let's say you sold it at 18K and you bought it back at 6, now you turn 1 Bitcoin to 3 Bitcoin. So that's how Tether can help you hedge against the market going down, okay? And that's a good thing. I think all of you guys should try to think about that next time we get to another dip. When you start seeing some indicators, or someone says in our group that we're going to 7,500 and we're at 20,000 and everyone's like, that's ridiculous, you're an idiot. Those are the people who are right. The ones who were calling those people idiots, they were right. So listen to them next time. Don't be so newbie. Okay? And yes, Dom, another good thing, you don't lose much on fees because you don't have to transfer it out into fiat. It's USDT. Now, during this last dip, the USDT didn't go through the audit, and there was a lot of warning signs that maybe it's not real. That was a problem. But what do we know now? We know that that's all bullcrap, and we know that Tether had their audit, and they actually have money. So we're good. So what have you learned? Now you've learned how to short any coin in the market. You hear about FUD coming out for a coin that you're up on, you can put it into USDT. Or you change it to Bitcoin, then USDT. Then you leave it for a while. Then when the coins go all down, and when you want to buy them back, you buy them back. And let's say at 10 VEN, now you have 20 or 15. You have more than what you actually put in. And that's how you play the market to make money. Okay? So, Litecoin looks like it's going to be a great double up opportunity at very least. Litecoin, I think less people have sold Litecoin because they think LitePay had anything to do with Litecoin. All LitePay was a payment processor that would be able to process Litecoin payments. Don't mix eggs and apples, all right? So what I'm saying here is this. When you have Litecoin and LitePay, they're two completely separate entities, okay? Litecoin is the big giant guy, right? They're the Coca-Cola, and then LitePay was like the subsidiary underneath Coca-Cola brand, right? So they might be Sprite or something like that. But they're not the same, right? So you can't compare them as the same, because if Sprite dies and we don't drink it anymore, we still have over 100 or 200 other beverages from Coca-Cola. So that's what you have to think of, because there's LitePal. LitePal is another version of LitePay. So they had more than one company doing this, because obviously one was going to do it better. So if you did sell your Litecoin, I feel bad for you. Go buy it back. No, don't do that. Don't take my advice. Please don't. I'm an educator. But what I'm saying is, if you sold your Litecoin and you feel bad and it goes down a little bit, it might be a good opportunity again. And definitely I agree with Les that we could double up or triple up this year or quadruple up this year if everything starts to go pair. You guys forget that from November to December, it was only November and December. For 2 months we went from, when I was looking at my Bitcoin in November, it was 6,400, and we went to 20,000 in 2 months. So you're telling me that you don't believe it's going to go back up? When it does, it's going to shoot like crazy high, okay? And remember that. What's up, Joey? You almost missed the whole thing, but that's all right. Love you, brother. Bitfinex moving to Switzerland. Yeah. Why? Why would companies move to places like Switzerland or Netherlands? Because their taxes and their everything is just so much lower than everywhere else. So that's what they should do. Diane, you have yourself a great day. I'm about finished anyway, so you're not going to miss anything. All right. So if anyone has any questions, do ask now. I'm about to take it easy for the night. Do leave some comments or anything that you like real quick. And yes, we're on sale now, guys. So what do you do when there's a big sale? I don't know. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy. So thanks, everyone, for coming out tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And hey, we're right back to it. All right. So 30,000 this year, Ali. I agree. Maybe even more. Probably 40, maybe 50, maybe 100. You never know. When bull runs go, they go hardcore. So, you guys have yourselves an awesome, awesome, awesome night. That's okay, Christopher, if you don't buy. You do what's best for you. Okay? Do what's best for yourself. That is my biggest thing for you guys. Do what is good for you, and you'll be fine. Alright, guys. You have yourselves a great day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'll see you all tomorrow, and Mr. Joel, your crypto educator, out for the night. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Don't forget to like and share the video. See everybody.